Hi, how are you? This is Professor Conti. So here's the paper you have due. So I decided to do a paper. I'm combining the last two on drugs. I'll type this all up, but it has to be 10 pages plus a page of works cited. You have to use at least 6 articles, 4 of which have to be peer-edited academic articles, and you have to use at least 1 quote from a book. You have to develop a thesis statement, which I will give you the criterion for. But your thesis statement cannot be a fact, and it has to be something that you argue throughout the paper. So you should read. I've been giving you some good articles about drugs. You should be reading stuff about drugs. I'm doing this at CSI because of the huge opium epidemic in Staten Island and in a lot of blue-collar communities. So read the Staten Island Advance, read the New York Times. There's some great articles about Staten Island in here. And could also read about the crack wars in the 80s when I was growing up, and what life was like then. It's very different. And the way we handled drug felons is very different now than we did. And I think it should be a good paper. So a week from Thursday, I want you to submit a thesis statement and a works cited page of at least two peer-edited articles and your book, whatever book you're using. So your thesis statement and the beginnings of your works cited page. I want that by, not a week from Thursday, I'm sorry, for Thursday. I want it for this Thursday. So if I was going to write this paper, I'd probably write it on why I think steroids should be legal in sports. That would be my paper. Or I would argue maybe that I think marijuana is a much healthier alternative to Oxycontin or Percocets, and that's why doctors should prescribe weed instead of opiates. I could write that paper. I might also write a paper how I don't think weed is as innocuous as people think. I know a lot of people that have really messed up their life smoking weed, so I could write that paper. Those are some examples. The more work you do now, the better your paper will be. So if you wait till Wednesday night and then put together some bullshit thesis statement, you're going to get stuck with a whack paper for the rest of the semester. And you're going to be living with this paper for 6 weeks, so you should really write something that you care about. If you don't care about something, then you should learn about it and write something. As always, you can hit me up at any time. Text me is the fastest. If not, you can email me. If you want to talk on the phone, you can talk to me. You set up a phone timer. We have to set that up though. And then I'm always available via phone during my office hours, and when I'm on campus, we can do it then. I hope you really take this paper seriously, because I don't want to sound like an old man, but drugs, as you know from the paper that I shared with you, the song paper, drugs have been a big part of my life, and I think it's important to get a grasp on what they can do to you when you're young. All right, I hope everyone's well, and please hit me up if you have any questions. I'll try to do it today. If not today, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll put this all in writing, but I did want to hit you up with a video. Again, it's due Thursday. Your thesis statement, the beginning of your works cited page, which has to be exactly like the Diane Hacker book. Some of you are still getting killed on just losing stupid points because you refuse to do your spacing right. Again, I want 2 academic articles in your book. And then if you have more, get it going. And then probably a first draft will be due on the 27th. I'm going to try to do 2 drafts this time. 3 drafts was just too much. You guys should know you should know what you're doing by now. Don't be freaked out by 10-page paper. My dissertation at Columbia was 600 pages, plus 100 pages in footnotes. 600 pages. So you can handle 10. If you can write a 5, you can write a 10. It's that simple. Just write something you're passionate about. Don't plagiarize, because it's too easy to catch you guys with technology now. So do not plagiarize. Get a weekly appointment set up at the writing center, and let me know that you're there. And a bunch of you have asked me about extra credit. Worry about this paper now. Maybe we can do some extra credit in May, but I want to get this. I want you to spend April really nailing down this paper and getting it really good. I want to give a lot of A's and B's in this class, but right now I'm giving a lot of C's and D's. That's on you. Do the weekly readings. Some of you still aren't dropping in quotes right, still. So I don't know how you think you're going to do them for papers. So get it down. Don't forget it's Michael Jordan, former basketball player for the Chicago Bulls, states or writes. It's that simple. That's all you got to do. I don't know why you guys are making this more difficult than it is. All right, I'll see some of you next class, which is the 26th. And then as for the online people, you're welcome to come on the 27th. I'm sorry, I'm flying in on the 26th. And then we'll get some good work done either way. I'm looking forward to this paper. I'm hoping that you guys take it as seriously as I am. Thanks.